Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to Cruising on Crypto. I am Craig. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, and as you can probably see from the stuff behind me, I'm a big sailor and I live in Canada. Summer's pretty short, so between a real job working and wanting to sail every chance I can, I just didn't find the time to do any more crypto videos, but I've got some exciting stuff. Now, during that whole July crash or major pullback, I was just yield farming. I haven't sold a single coin. I've just been farming everything I own, and it's worked out great because even though the value of coins have dropped and have never made it back to the old highs, for example, Bitcoin's never gotten back to 65,000 and Ethereum's never gotten back to 4,500, the fact that you're yield farming is almost the equivalent of being a miner. You're constantly adding new coins to your inventory. So it doesn't take as much for the coin price to come back up for you to get back to your all-time highs in your portfolio value. And I've now exceeded it. So if you've been watching the previous episodes on the channel, I'm big into yield farming and staking. And I think that's kind of rare on YouTube channels. Everybody wants to talk about which coin to own and all that. And I'm into that. And believe me, I watch a lot of YouTube channels to learn as much as I can. Because like you, I'm just a dude who happens to have a YouTube channel and likes crypto and definitely likes farming and staking crypto. So as I learn stuff, I will make episodes and bring it to you. And you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. But if you didn't already notice this from the thumbnail, today we're going to talk about my new favorite yield farm. It's called Planet Finance. It's very new. I think it got listed May 5th, I believe. And it has just been growing gangbusters. And I found it by accident. I found it by accident on DeFi Llama, where they were listing the Binance Smart Chain yield aggregators. And I found Planet Finance during the most recent pullback of just a few weeks ago was still growing in leaps and bounds, even though Pancake Swap, Ape Swap, all the other swap and yield aggregator type of sites were losing TVL, or total value locked in. Planet Finance was going up, and then I thought, what's this about? So I went on and I looked at the graph, and it's just been a nonstop 45-degree angle up to the right, and I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, they have done no advertising, no nothing, and I had to find it literally by accident. And once I got in there, I was blown away by the token economics and the team that seems to be running it and how much they care for their customers, so to speak. And I'll give you some examples of that. So yeah, I'm going to show you a spreadsheet of what I've done. Let me just switch over to that now. This is actually the website for Planet Finance, but I'll get back to that in a second. What I want to do is I want to drag over my spreadsheet that I've shown you in previous episodes. And in the past, I'll show you the kind of the progression of where I started. When I first started yield farming and staking, well, staking I started off with, and I was a big proponent of Binance staking. Binance staking is very safe. Of course, Binance is one of the biggest exchanges in the world, and they have staking right on their site. So you don't even need to move your cryptocurrencies off Binance. You can stake, and you can make a good, okay rate of return for just staking coins. Nothing to write home about, but it's super safe because you've left your coins on Binance, and therefore you can feel like, yeah, it's a lot safer than some of these smaller fly-by-night yield farm projects. So I started off staking on Binance, and then I started looking into it and saying, I heard a lot about Pancake Swap. It's the largest AMM/yield staking pool on the Binance Smart Chain. And I won't get into this in this episode, but I do all my staking and yield farming on the Binance Smart Chain. I absolutely refuse to use any of the Ethereum projects because I see the gas fees, $60, $70, $80 to just do anything. And if you know anything about yield farming, you're often having to approve something, which is a gas fee, and then you have to buy something, which is a gas fee, and then you have to turn it into a liquidity pool token, which is another gas fee, and then you have to deposit it in the liquidity pool, which is another gas fee. And I cannot understand how anybody can be yield farming or staking on the Ethereum blockchain, because if each one of those is $60, $50, $40 even, what? Unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in each farm, I just can't see how you can justify that gas fee. So I guess people are doing it, but it won't be me. So everything I have is on Binance because Binance has the best selection of yield farming sites that do the widest variety of coins. So anyways, when you see this, went then into PancakeSwap, and I have a bunch of different potential coin, whether it's a single coin for staking or a double coin for yield farming. And I started off with PancakeSwap. And then I started to notice that, well, ApeSwap, which is growing fast, seems to beat PancakeSwap all the time. In fact, I also found AutoFarm, which is an aggregator. You can see the color scheme means something. The ones on the left are sort of they like cake, PancakeSwap. They put the two coins together and then you earn their cake coin. And then you have to decide what you want to do with the cake coin. Do you want to sell it for those other coins and buy more of that liquidity pool and get more money in that way? It's kind of like a very manual way to auto compound your returns. The ones in yellow generally have some auto compounding options where you can just put it in once and then it takes the gains and automatically recompounds it for you, which obviously exponentially increases your rate of return or your APY. So I went on to AutoFarm, ApeSwap, then I started to get into ApeRocket, which is kind of like the auto compounding of ApeSwap. I found some stuff on Beefy that I liked. And as you can tell from the green, I started to color code it that when one clearly beat the others in the same category, I put a green box on it. And about 3 weeks ago, that's how little time ago I found Planet Finance. And I should say this, I have nothing to do with them. I'm not an affiliate. I don't have an affiliate link. I have nothing to shill you. I have no reason to sell you on this other than I just want to be honest and tell you that I found them and their rates of return are so much better. And you might think, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And I often subscribe to that thought process. But I went into their tokenomics, and I was just blown away. So I'll get to that in a second. But as you can see, anything in any of these rows that is comparing to other AMMs, automated market makers, or yield aggregators, Planet Finance wins every single time, and sometimes by a lot. The ones they don't win are just ones that they don't have that option. Obviously, MDX is kind of their own coin, so that's not a space. It's from Rocket Ape. You get down here into some of the other ones, and actually even up here there's one. For some reason they don't do Cardano and BNB. Planet Finance doesn't offer it. I did say in the Telegram group to the developers, why don't you add Matic? And they said, well, we're planning to branch off into have a Matic portion of our site as well. So instead of listing a Matic BNB liquidity pool on our site now, we're just going to wait till we have a Matic wing of our project. And I'm like, okay, it's better than, I guess it's an answer. It's not the answer I wanted to hear, but so I still have that on Beefy Finance because as you can see, they have the highest rate of return for Matic and BNB. But as you can see, these rates of return are just like life-changing wealth can be garnered by putting your money into liquidity pools. Whether you pick Planet Finance or any of these other ones, just think of it this way. Even if the market pulls back, you aren't hurting as much as the average Joe, Schmo, or Jane that has just taken their coins and stuck them in a wallet and left them there. If the coins drop 40, 50% during a bear market, but you're making 283% return in a liquidity pool or 121% in a liquidity pool, you can just wait out those lulls and maybe even dollar cost average in during the lows to even add more coins. But you're constantly adding more coins into your portfolio. So like I said before, as soon as the market even starts to come back again, your portfolio value is already over its old high. So it's almost like you're being a miner where you're, instead of buying a rig or dozens of rigs and spending hundreds of dollars in electricity to mine coins, you are just creating a service by being a liquidity pool member and earning extra coins that way. Way simpler, way less engineering needs to go on, and it's been very profitable. Okay, so now let's get into Planet Finance's actual site. And I gotta say, their UI, their user interface is very, very nice. I don't know if you've seen some of the ones that are on Ethereum or other places where it literally looks like some crappy dot matrix computer is printing it out and it's really hard to read what's going on. I don't have my wallet connected. You can see up here, if I connected my wallet, any of these that I have my money in, you would not only see my rewards, which constantly update in real time. You see your rewards ticking up, which is very cool to see. You also at the top here get to see your total rewards for all the farms you're in here. You get to see what percentage of the AQUA share, which is their coin, you have based on how many coins in either in the reward section or in some of these pools that use AQUA as the secondary coin. It's very nice to look at. You can see the total locked-in value of the Planet Finance, their total market cap right now. It is just good. Now, the only thing I did notice, the total locked-in value and the market cap don't tick up automatically. You have to hit the refresh button, and then it'll change, and everything will blink and flash and whatnot, and then you'll see the new numbers. So it's kind of cool. But your rewards actually just tick up automatically. You don't have to auto-refresh your page. Now, here's how they break it down. This is the only thing that's a little different about this site. They almost treat their site as eventually 5 different sites, maybe more in the future. Right now, there's 3 that are open. Again, this project's only been open since May. They have a site for stablecoins, which, as you can see here, it's the Blue Planet. It's mostly just USDT, USDC, BELT, which is actually 4 stablecoins together. But just look at these rates of return for, in essence, coins that are locked into the price of the US dollar, and you're making 34%, 28%, 35%. I mean, really? I mean, wow. Okay. And now you might think, how is that? Well, because they're in that early phase, they have their AQUA coin, which has a maximum supply of 100,000, but they're taking their proceeds, the fees they earn, and they're burning them slowly. So this total value of 100,000 coins, which is their max, is slowly going down because they're slowly burning coins. So now the maximum as of today, coins that could ever be in existence is 99,809, which is a very small number of coins. And this is a brand new project, so it hasn't gotten the exposure it's gonna get in the future. This is my opinion. As you can see from the bottom, hopefully you can see that on the screen. Yeah, the present price is $322. Now, I bought in about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was buying in the $180 to $190 for AQUA. And then every time I put something in here, they were paying me in AQUA. And the only one that auto compounds is their AQUA only pool, where you put it in there. You don't have to do anything. No rewards pop up. It just automatically buys you more AQUA coins automatically for 283%. Sometimes that goes up to above 300%, but right now it's down. It just fluctuates with the value of the coin. As you can see, this is all, I'll be honest, you don't see the numbers of how much I have, but I have quite a bit in AQUA BNB, making over 1,000% interest. So that's the, now these ones at the top, the AQUA BNB, the AQUA BUSD, and the AQUA Cake show up on all of their sites. And again, they treat them like different sites because you'll connect your wallet up here on the, let's say the Blue Planet. And then when you go to the Red Planet, which is called Cryptos, it is like it's a totally different site because now, oh, actually I got to undo that. Log out. Yeah, I was going to show you my actual value there. You have to connect your wallet again. Like it's a totally different website. You're like, but I already connected on the other planet. But it is what it is. That's just an idiosyncrasy. So they call this one Cryptos. So as you can see, it's not the stable coins anymore. It's now the normal coins, I guess. There is a few stable coins in here, like obviously BNB, BUSD. There's one of the 2 coins is stable. On the Blue Planet, both coins are stable. That's the difference. So there's a bunch of options here. I have AQUA BNB. I have AQUA Cake, making good rates of return. I also have Polkadot and Linked, which is Chainlink, making really good interest rates as well. The next one, now this is the one where I'm sure some people, I was a little offended as well. I'm sure a few people are going to be offended by this. The third planet is Uranus, which is and then they call it on this part shitcoin. On their actual website, they call it Uranus. But the reason I find it a little weird is one of my favorite coins is Cardano, which is ADA. And my wallet is connected here too. Log out, boom. Don't know why it keeps doing that. I guess because I've logged in prior and to recording this, it's now still defaulting to on. But Cardano is here. I make 101.95% for linking Cardano to Binance Coin, and that is like blows away every other yield farm aggregator I've seen. So there you go. But that kind of made me go, how is Cardano a shitcoin? And I'm sure other people feel that way too. Why is XRP a shitcoin? I mean, Doge, I kind of get it, you know. And some of these other ones are just small other yield farmers, so like Alpaca and Pancake Bunny. But anyways, it is what it is. The designers or the developers called their Uranus Planet shitcoins. Also, I noticed one thing too that's different about here. When you get into this yield farm, instead of you just collecting AQUA on its own, They're also giving you a claim boost because they're saying that the cake coins that they're earning on Pancake are a separate claim. So you're collecting two different types of things, even though they're both listed here as AQUA. So you can collect this one and not bother to collect this one. It's a little different. But anyways, so that's on the Uranus site. Now here's the exciting part. There is going to be a green planet, which is lending, but doesn't show up here. When you click on it, nothing happens, and there's also a pink planet. So to get into that, what you need to do at the top here, you can see there's documents, there's the Medium, there's their Telegram group, and there's their Twitter, and there's so much good information in here. In fact, their Telegram group I highly recommend. But I've already pulled some of these up, so let's go into, this is their Medium. This is just kind of their announcements of what they've done lately, and really good information. You can click on any of these, read the whole stories. Very well done. In fact, today just came up, and I want to talk about this more. This just came up today where they helped recover $400,000 of one of their members. And if you click on it, you can read the whole story about how one of the members at Big Harry contacted the developers and said, look, I have $400,000 on your site, yield farming, AQUA, and a bunch of other things, and I've lost my private key. He had written down 62 characters of the 64 characters. I guess he was half asleep at the switch at the time. Wrote it down, put it down. His wife then formatted his laptop because they were getting a new laptop. He then went to go into the new laptop and realized he was missing the last two characters of his private key. Well, since most of his money was yield farming on Planet Finance, he contacted Arthur Curry, who's one of the lead developers, and said, I don't know if there's anything you do for me, but I literally am going to lose $400,000 if I can't get my MetaMask to work again. I don't have the seed phrase. He only wrote down the private key. And so Arthur said, let me talk to my developers and see if we can come up with something. And they came up with a algorithm thing since they knew the last two digits were missing. And the guy was pretty much 100% sure that the first 62 digits were correct, and he was only missing the last two. They got, and there's still a million combinations there supposedly, they got some sort of computer algorithm to literally just go through every possible option until they cracked it and they got into his wallet. Now, like you said, if these guys weren't stand-up guys, they could have just said, hey, couldn't find the solution, sorry, and the wallet would have been forever lost. And in essence, if they did crack it, they could have just said they didn't crack it and taken all the money. He wouldn't have known anything. Anyways, they cracked it for him, and they got him back his $400,000 at no cost. They just did that out of the goodness of their heart. Now, the value of Planet Finance is, and the reason it's probably growing so fast in total value locked in and in its market cap, is they have the Green Planet that's just about to launch. And if you go into this story, this is what it's going to look like. The Green Planet is going to be a lending, borrowing portion of the site. And it's going to look somewhat like this. Now, it's not open on the actual live site, but let me click on that again. I guess when you move it, it goes small again. There, you're going to be able to lend your coins out and make an APY or borrow coins. And when they open this Green Planet, they're also going to do an airdrop of a new coin, which is going to be their reward coin called Gamma Coin. And Gamma Coin going forward will be the reward coin. Right now it's been AQUA, which is actually its governance token. But when it gets to the 100,000 max, well, less than 100,000 max number of coins, then they won't be issuing any new coins. So they're coming up with this Gamma Coin. It's going to be a reward coin. There's going to be a maximum of 100 million coins, but they also are going to burn those and take them back off the thing. So there's going to always be less than that maximum amount. But long and short, there's going to be, and they explain it here, there's going to be a maximum supply of 100 million Gamma. There's going to be a daily distribution for the first X number of, maybe a year, that they're going to be giving out Gamma coins, and then they show you exactly how it goes. There's going to be a 10,000 that goes to the foundation, which is for legal fees, gas fees, whatever fees, development fees to improve the site, bring on new things. There's obviously some coding that needs to be done and whatnot. I understand that. That's acceptable in my mind, and I haven't even told you the best part about this site, but we'll get onto that. So the foundation gets 10,000. The Pink Planet, which hasn't opened yet, is going to be an NFT only planet. It's going to get 1,000 of these coins given to them as part of the rewards. And then affiliates, which they haven't started doing yet, as far as I know, they're going to have some of these coins set aside to market, to do affiliate marketing, yada, yada. And that's great for growing the value of the site and the value of your market cap, which means the value of your coins are going to go up. Green Planet, which is the lending planet, is going to get 45,000 coins a day. The vaults and the liquidity pools are going to get 41,500 a day. And then from that, it's going to go into the Red Planet, Blue Planet, and Uranus. And that's in essence saying going forward, once AQUA is tapped maximum capacity, they're going to start giving out Gamma coins as the reward coins instead of AQUA coins. And then they show how they're going to burn a bunch of the coins based on all the fees they bring in. Now, they wanted to show you kind of the benefit. There's got to be a utility or a value in owning a coin. Otherwise, it's just a coin like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu or whatever. It's just a coin that you buy and you hope that down the road, the bigger fool theory, that if you buy it for even an exorbitantly high price, that down the road you can sell it to somebody else for an even more exorbitant price. And that's the only benefit or the only way you're going to make a profit. Gamma's got utility in the sense that if you are going to lend your coins and get an APY and you are in level 3, which means you have more than 10% worth of Gamma for the amount you're lending, you'll get an extra 50% rate of return. So if the thing's going to pay 40% APY for you to loan a coin, but you have more than 10% Gamma versus the value that you're lending, you're going to get an extra 50% on top. So instead of 40% rate of return, you're going to get 60% rate of return. So there's value in holding and staking and yield farming Gamma as well. On the flip side, if you wanted to borrow coins, if the value to borrow was 20% and you had more than 10% of the value in Gamma coins, you would get a 50% reduction in the interest that you have to pay. So instead of paying 20, you might pay 10. So they go into examples here, so you can read that on your own leisure. But that's the future. And this Gamma they've put out on their Telegram group, which if I go like this, if you go back to their site and click on the Telegram group, you're going to get the Telegram. And in here, they give you constant updates. Very good Telegram group. None of these people shilling extra other coins from sites. As soon as there's any of that stuff, the administrators, who are all the guys usually in red that says administration beside them, they instantly delete it, so you don't get a bunch of garbagey comments in there. I find this is very helpful. They're always very calm and reasonable. Even the questions, sometimes the questions people give are kind of like, person doesn't really know too much about cryptocurrencies or yield farming, and they're in here asking very basic questions, but they're calmly just saying, yep, this is how you do it. They'll even walk people through it. So it's a great Telegram group, so I highly suggest going in there. And if you do see me in there, I am called Cruising on Crypto. I do comment every once in a while. But in here, they'll give you also updates, as well as on their Twitter, about where they are with the Green Planet. It sounds like the Green Planet is almost done. It sounds like it's done, and they've already got it up and running. That's probably where they get screenshots of what Green Planet's going to look like. But at that moment, when they release it, they're going to do an airdrop of Gamma coins to the people who own AQUA coins at the value of 50 Gamma coins for every AQUA coin. So that's going to be nice. It's a real perk for those who own the AQUA coins and are getting it early. And that's why I'm bringing this site to you now before that happens. Because if you do agree with me after you research it, that this is a great AMM, you might want to get in now before the airdrop. So yeah, time sensitive. There's a bit of a time crunch here because I don't know how much longer it's going to be before the Green Planet is there. So let's get out of this. Now, when you hit their documents, and this is something I probably should have said right at the beginning, you get to their documents, planetfinance.io, and it'll walk you through everything. Like I've been on a lot of yield farms where you go to this page, their white paper, so to speak, or whatever, their documentation and talking about their tokenomics and all that. And it's either poorly written, very vague. This is really well written. Also, right away they talk about what is AQUA, and they give you more of these flowcharts and whatnot, explaining some of the stuff I've already mentioned. Key details. Now, here's the thing that set this apart for me in my mind, and why I thought this is something that I'm confident is not going to be a shill, a rug pull, or whatever, one of these scam projects. I also watched the TVL go from 40 million to 76 million in literally 2 weeks. I mean, so many people are piling into this. But read the top thing. No team tokens. I've never heard of that. So the initial developers, the initial team that got together and decided to create Planet Finance, took 0 tokens for themselves. Every token that they have, they purchased with their own money or have earned through yield farming on the site, just like you, just like me. I mean, when I read that, I'm like, is that right? And then I went into the Telegram group and everybody was like, yeah, they've got no tokens. Well, no tokens they got for free. Maximum supply of AQUA is 100,000. And just so you know, they're adding 500 coins a day. And so it's around November 18th is when they will have maxed out the AQUA coins. They do explain what do they do after the 200 days. There will be several factors contributing to the amount of AQUA burned each day. So they're going to just burn coins. Instead of giving out the 500 coins a day, all the money that they would have had for things will in essence go into burning the coins. So the number of coins is going to go from what it is now, 99,000, whatever, 98, 97, 95. And so as the supply shrinks and the demand increases, the value is going to go up. Now you might say, well, if Gamma coin is the new reward coin, what's AQUA coin going to be doing? Well, they do explain that in here. Again, so much to read. But the long and short, AQUA coin is going to also be able to be yield farmed at a really good rate of return. It's also this is going to turn into a decentralized autonomous organization, which means all of its future progress will be done by votes. And votes of the group will come based on how much AQUA you have. So every AQUA coin you have, you'll have a vote. So if you have 10,000 coins, you're going to have 10,000 votes. So the more AQUA you own, the more you control the future direction of Planet Finance, which is so perfect. Talking deflationary, they go into that here. What's the blue planet, which is already up and running? It's all about stable coins. Red planet is normal cryptos. Green planet is the one that's about to open. Again, lending and borrowing, which is a very cool area. That's what things like Celsius are doing. And then we all know how NFTs are super hot right now. Well, that's the next planet they're going to open, the pink planet. And they've got a little screenshot of what it's going to look like, sort of, I'm sure. And what it is an NFT, buying and selling site. So a lot of future things coming in Planet Finance that are very interesting and are only going to increase the TVL, the total value locked in, and the market cap. In fact, when you go down to interplanetary star map, there's even another planet I've never even heard of before. There's eventually going to be a purple planet, which is a revolutionary insurance protocol for crypto. So they've even got more plans to do stuff. They're talking about minting stable coins on their own. They're talking about a lottery, which some of the sites already do now, where they have like a draw where you put in coins and then you get a chance of winning all the coins that are in the pool. There's going to be, obviously, there's a thing on here. If you go in here, there is a few areas where, like metrics, it's not available yet. It's coming soon. So as you can see, if you get in now, this is September 23rd, 2021. If you get in now, you're getting in pre-gamma airdrop. You're going to get 50 coins for every AQUA. You're getting in before the green planet brings a lot of notoriety, and the pink planet with NFTs brings a lot more notoriety. And Arthur Curry in the Telegram group says they haven't spent any money on advertising yet. It's all been growth by word of mouth. Maybe videos like this will bring out a lot more word of mouth. But once the green planet's out there, they are then going to have that slush fund be a lot more into affiliate links, advertising, whatnot. So you're going to see a lot more draw into Planet Finance. And just to show you, let me go to the Twitter. It's kind of funny how fast they're growing. Here's Planet Finance's Twitter. I love being on this site because this is where you find out the real life stuff really quickly. This is where I found out about the 400,000 recovered for one of their members, which is so nice that they did that. But here, 21 hours ago now, they posted, hey, we just crossed 70 million. Literally 2 or 3 weeks ago when I got into this, it was like 40 million. It's gone up 30 million in 2 weeks. Next stop, 100 million. Well, the funny thing, this is 21 hours ago. If you go to the actual planet, look where it is now. Less than a day later, we're at 76 million. It's gone up 6 million. So when you go to things like DeFi Llama, let me just find DeFi Llama up here. DeFi Llama, this thing's never completely live, up to date, but you can see Planet Finance is now number 23. And this is kind of how I found it. I went on this site, and during the recent drop over the last week, everything, it's still down for 7 days. Everything was red. And then I saw Planet Finance, which I'd never heard of, was like up 26%. And I'm like, what? Why is it up in total value locked in while everybody else is down? Some of these other ones that are here, like moon pots and all that, they're really just a lottery site. So I don't even count them as being bigger. They're bigger only because people throw a lot of money into lotteries because most of the money is going to come back out, but that shows up as a TVL. So that's why they're listed higher. But in true AMMs or yield aggregators, Planet Finance is rocketing up this list. So it won't be long. And also here, notice this, like Beefy. Beefy is one I use. Even ApeSwap I've used. You can see Binance is one of them, and Polygon or Matic. Beefy, they've got so many. Binance, Polygon, I forget which one this is. This is Hexo. This is Hex. There's a bunch of them there. You get the point. You can really bump up your TVL locked in. Like Beefy's got 399 million. Planet Finance at this moment only has 76 million, but it's going up fast. And that's only in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. Wait till they start adding Polygon, which they already told me they're doing. They might add a ton of different ecosystems to the one site, and it's going to grow exponentially. So, as you can tell, I'm super excited. Again, reiterating, I'm not paid. This is not an advertisement. I'm just that enthralled with it. A dev group that decides to put all this time and effort into creating this site and all the coding that's involved and everything. Oh, and it has been audited, and it will be audited again when the Green Planet goes live. They're going to do another audit. So it is, in my mind, very, very well run. And the dev team took no IDO tokens. When I want to go to ApeSwap or Space thing, they sometimes don't even talk about the tokenomics because they don't want you to know where all the coins are going. And the few that do talk about the tokenomics will often say that every time they bring in fees, 10% of it goes right to the dev team, or the founders, they call it. And then the other 90% goes to, then they might have another 10 or 15% that goes to the foundation, which is in essence them again. And then the rest goes to whatever cause. But that's what I said when I said no initial coins went to the dev team. Wow. And all I can think is they thought that'll give us instant credibility that we're not a rug pull, shill, scam organization. And by doing the things they do in Telegram, helping everybody so much, getting that guy his $400,000 back, amazing, just amazing. So I have an immense amount of confidence. To be quite honest, and this might not be smart because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but it is what it is. I feel so confident that I've moved every one of my farms. Let me bring this back over here. I've moved every one of my farms over to Planet Finance with the exception of, let me just bring it back over so it's not off the screen here, Cardano, because they don't have Cardano on Planet Finance, because I'm sure they would come up with a higher APY than even Beefy, which is so much higher than everybody else. For whatever reason, they don't feel like doing that. And the other coin, two other coins that I have on Binance still, because they don't seem to have any yield farming options, is I have a fairly big bag of Solana, which doesn't seem to be yield farmed anywhere. None of these sites list Solana as an option, so I don't know why. But you can stake it on Binance, and I'm getting 11.5%, but I have to lock in for 90 days for that. So every time I get new coins from the yield, I throw them back in for another 30, 60, or 90 days. So it's the best I can do. I've actually gone on to Radium and Saber on Solana to see if I can yield farm over there. No, I can, but you're getting like 6, 7, 8, 9%, not 11.5. So I thought, why even go through the hassle? I've done it. I sent a little money over there just to see how it would work. It's just not worth it. It's less rate of return than it is on Binance. So Cardano's one. Solana, I've still staked on Binance. VeChain is another one that doesn't seem to be yield farmed anywhere. I wish it was. So there you go. Everything that is yield farmable is now on Planet Finance. That's how confident I am. So, and also, as you can see, it's got all the green. It's got all the green. So it's not like I'm going, well, they're both equal, but I'm going to go to Planet Finance. No, Planet Finance just kicks the crap in APY out of everybody else. So it's kind of a clear choice. So there we go. Hopefully you found this informative. I know when I looked into it, I was like, wow. So hopefully you found it informative. If so, show the channel some love by giving it a thumbs up. If you're interested in staking and yield farming, then this is the channel to subscribe to. So many other channels are really just into technical analysis, looking at the charts and saying, buy, this is a time to buy. And That's good. I watch a lot of channels. I get a lot of value out of a lot of the channels. I should just do an episode on my top 10 favorite YouTube channels that I watch for information. But it is what it is. I'm gonna, yeah, sure, I'll tell you if new news is out. I might even throw some charts up every once in a while and do some technical analysis because I do know how to do that. But my investment style right now is not trading. I don't want to look at the RSI and the MACD and go, oh, now I should get in. Okay, now I should get out. Oh, now I should get in. No. I'm just adding coins to my portfolio constantly and yield farming them and earning even more coins and then reinvesting those into extra yield farms and rents and repeat and rents and repeat. So, so the whole MACD, RSI, stochastics, trend lines don't mean anything to me right now because I have no intention of selling for now. Now, Cole's notes, I think there is going to be a bear market at some point. Unlike Ben from BitBoy Crypto, I think he's insane to think we're going to be at the high of the market in the next, 2 weeks, which is what he's saying. Not going to happen. I think we're going to get to the 100 to 120,000. I think it'll be either the end of this year or probably into next year, the early part of the first quarter of next year. If I feel like things are starting to roll over and things are starting to look bearish, I will start to liquidate some of my more aggressive coins that I don't have as much confidence that they won't fall a lot in a bear market, and I'll move them into stable coins and go on the blue planet and start getting those 50%, 30, 38, 48, 50% rates of returns while I wait for the market to pull back so that I can get back into my favorite altcoins. That's my plan. So if that's the sort of thing you're looking forward to in the future, subscribe to this channel. So there you go. Without any further ado, I just want to say, hope your family and you are happy and healthy and getting through this crazy, never-ending pandemic without unscathed. And yeah, I guess that's it. So until next time, this is Craig signing off, wishing you happiness, health, and wealth. In that order, ciao for now.